You know what I noticed is that everyone wants to act like they're the bigger person without really focusing on what the other person says. It's like that's the biggest issue I see going on with a lot of folks talking on this. Y'all so quick to jump to say what you need to say, so quick to judge without really listening to the whole thing. Even I myself am guilty of this, and this is something that I think we all need to work on. So I'm gonna say this right now. Let's just cool off. Let's let the situation roll and let it do its thing. To me, I feel like I've got my money's worth from hearing Sunstar Peterson speaking out, from Tory doing what he needed to do. Although I did not like the fact that one thing he didn't mention was how Rock Nation wanted to keep him quiet and he wanted to say something. To me, that shouldn't have been the reason why you kept quiet. That's the one thing I felt like was just like, a little bit of a blemish, because at the end of the day, wouldn't you normally just stay quiet because you would rather deal things in the court of law? Why would you need to mention that? To me, it was kind of like a, I don't know, I want to call it like a, not a shady moment, but like it's kind of one of those moments where you're like, you kind of didn't have the balls to say what you needed to say and move on. But that being said, do I think Tory was truly diplomatic with everything he's done? For the most part, yes. With a few things, a few hiccups, like I mentioned the first one. Second one being that he spoke up, his first actual comments was towards Hot New Hip Hop about the stream numbers, about Spotify. I'm still gonna get on that. It's like, dog, you're in such a serious situation that you shouldn't be focusing on your music right now and your numbers. That should be the last thing that's on the back of your mind. Why you coming out barking about that? Just to prove to them that, hey, my numbers never drop. Like, why would that be a big deal? All right, don't worry about it. That's something I wish he wouldn't have spoken out on. I get why he did. He wanted to prove a point that they're lying about it. But to me, it's like, just let it go. Let it go. They can say whatever they want. Just like you've let Meg really get away with a lot of the things that she said. I know that there's a lot of people and a lot of things coming at you. And yeah, that's the devil's work at Strong. But just brush it aside and just do you. To me, I think you did very well. I mean, the Daystar album, now, musically, I wasn't all on board with what he did there from a musical standpoint. But as far as the real stuff that he was talking about, yeah, I definitely agree with a lot. I definitely can understand and felt where he was coming from with a lot of things. He definitely explained a lot of hiccups. Some things that he felt like he shouldn't done. Like I said, immediately go into that Kylie party after really breaking things off with Meg just the night before, and yeah, go into that party just to see Kylie, and obviously that getting under Meg's skin and him not realizing that, yeah, you knew better. And the fact that he mentioned that he knew what Meg was about. I've explained how she has that personality. Tory brought that up. You're way closer to her than me for a fact, but like, just it shows to you, like, don't discredit me for who I am and what I'm capable of doing. I can definitely understand psychology when it comes to how people think and how they act. So try not to discredit me for what I can bring to the table. But my point is, I saw this shit far away, and Tory had even a better, closer glimpse than I did. But yet somehow he handled the situation in a much more immature way, which he came through and said, what I did was whack. At the end of the day, how could you, I mean, like, yeah, it's not always easy to forgive someone who hurt you, but if they admit that they screwed up, I mean, can't bygones be bygones? And at the end of the day, yeah, Tory messed up, but Meg is far from innocent either with what she's been doing with the pulling in the narratives and all that. So, I'm not really going to go into much about this again. I've already explained this multiple times. I've explained from what I've seen from the hardcore evidence that shows and proves this. But some of you guys are too ignorant or have such a short attention span to finish and watch the whole video and listen to what I gotta say without having to say what you have to say. Pause the video midway and comment what you need to say without watching the whole fucking damn video. That's probably what irks me the most, is when you guys show that ignorance and that incapability to finish through on what someone's thought is and understand where they're perceiving these thoughts from. Which is why, like I said, I saw a lot of people harking at Sean C. Rightfully so, I think, because not because of what he said in that third video that he just dropped last night, but rather what he's done beforehand. The first two videos was so just bad. Like, dog, you should have never made those videos in the first place. And Sean C has the nerves to come at and say that other people who disagree with his views don't know better. You know, I called him a clown for that, because he was like, you know, usually police reports are inaccurate and all that, but you got to understand there's more than just the police reports that comes into this. You got to understand there's an investigative unit that comes through and observes all types of evidence of what was laid at the scene of the crime. You got to understand there's so much that goes into it. So honestly, bro, I think it's you who don't understand that. I saw your comment and I think that was kind of a bitch move by your sakes, especially when he was like, you know, y'all don't get this. You know, first, check yourself with the disrespect, bro. I put my face, my opinion up in the video for people to scrutinize and criticize me just as much as you do. The only difference is you've been doing it a little bit longer than I have. But nonetheless, I'm in such a similar situation as you when it comes to dealing with the critics. And I gotta deal with them being shorthanded. But understand, bro, the way you handle it. Alright? Now, yeah, I called you a clown. And respectfully so, because, like I said, you stuck your head into something that you weren't even fucking prepared for, bro. You've mentioned this in the first video. Yeah, there's some evidence that I didn't get a chance to consider, but it is what it is. I'm still calling Tory a bitch nigga. That's what you fucking said in your first video, and your second video just reiterated that. What are you trying to get through, bro? You incoherently bashed, insulted Tory without looking at things from an unbiased point of view. And this is coming from a dude who first initially thought Meg got shot by Tory too. And I was judging by base of how he switched up on his music and as a musical artist, because you gotta understand, what you put out in your music is a reflection of who you are. If you guys don't understand that about music, then you don't have no knowledge at all. Alright? Music is what expresses who you are. Like, it's more than just melodies and all that, and y'all are too stuck in that fucking bottle to get that message. That's why I actually like you, Sean C, because you actually see things beyond that perspective, and that's why I fucks with you, and that's why I'll even go as far as to criticize you and give you constructive criticism. Otherwise, if I didn't think you were worth a fucking attention or even look at, bro, I would have moved on. I would have not even commented in your fucking videos. I would have never even bothered talking to you at all or watching your videos. Simple as that. But that point being said, I mean, look, you gotta look at what's out there first. Study it. And try not, I mean, I made a mistake, and I'm blessed to have subscribers that are just as open-minded and intellectual as myself, and can bring things out. All right? Machiavelli G17C, I won't forget you. Even though you pissed me off in my last video. We'll talk about that some other time. But either way, Sean, you gotta give the people a chance to voice their opinions as well, because if you're gonna talk about how people have more, what's the word I'm looking for? Truthful rights, just for the lack of better terms or words. But if they have more if the people have more validation than the police reports, then tell me, where do you think the police reports come from in the first place? They report stuff, okay, and they also have to report from the witnesses, who happen to be the people. The same person that reported it was Meg. She mentioned she got shot in both her feet. And she never got shot in both feet. Only one foot because she only posted a picture of one. Okay, so I don't think Meg is that stupid enough to slip up and forget. Well, she kind of did slip up a few times. I'll give that definitely happened. But come on, if she really was pulling a stunt, I mean, I would figure that she would be a bit more elaborate with who she's working with as well. So I would think she would figure a way to take a picture of both of her feet to show that she got injured in both feet, but that never happened. She had posted other pictures. One with DJ Khaled where she had no band-aids on her bare feet at all. Then the next day she has a band-aid on one foot. You explain the logic in that, Sean. I'm telling you, dog, you're not looking at everything. T Lotus, God bless you, bro. I know you're trying to tell me to like not waste my energy. God bless you. Like I said, I love my subscribers to death, but this is what makes me different from other folks, because I work with my people and they work with me. That's just how it goes. We can always disagree, we can always get mad at each other, but we'll get to a point where we can at least, if at worst, agree to disagree. But you know what I mean, I'm still gonna respect what my people think. So here's the thing, Sean, like, I get where you're coming from, but you gotta backtrack it to what you put out before, and that to me invalidates everything that you've done in that third video last night. You can't really come in there and try to speak on his behalf and say that you're giving him the benefit of the doubt when you never gave him that chance in the first place. So yeah, it may seem like as if that's a biased point of view, but you put yourself in that predicament in the first place without really evaluating everything. And you spoke on raw emotions, which honestly is best left for when it comes to breaking down music and not when it comes to other people's lives and their situation. Now, I mean, I've criticized Daystar, the album, because I didn't like the music. But as far as what he spoke about, the only thing I've had an issue with, and the only thing I've pointed out, and some people don't get this because they love to worship him like as if he's their idol or something, but Tory knew better. He's a human being that believes in God, and you know, with God, you know what is good and what is bad. Tory had that conscience in mind. He's gonna tell you that, like he said in the video, which to me is just nothing but a bullshit excuse. You know, trying to put himself in the same boat as Meg. Dog, you different from Meg. Meg still has yet to grow up, and she's yet to shake off that idea of being naive and falling for everyone's trap. Tory said like how he still falls for that and all that, but look, you've overcame that. And I know he said that he did, but he makes it still sound like as if, you know, like he's still going through that. Dog, you knew fucking better. If you couldn't trust the niggas in the streets from day one, what makes you think you could trust these celebrities, bro, that didn't even know who the fuck you were or give a damn about you when you was nothing? Huh? You should have been asking. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like, well, how would you open, just because you did the quarantine radio, you think these guys were gonna fuck with you? Dog. This is what pisses me off the most about Tory, because Tory's not a bird, but yet he gets so infatuated with birds, thinking that they're real. I mean, like, dog. The only reason why he's feeling like that, being the real dude that he is just because he's still hungry and searching for love, bro. But you're looking for love in all the wrong places. And yeah, you never needed that, bro. You already had the love that you need. I already told you, man. God, loving your music, your fan base, your crew, and obviously your family, bro. The ones that will be there with you no matter what. Your pops, man. So, you know what I mean? Like, fuck that shit, dog. Fuck all this. Go and spend time with your pops. Bring your son. Have it a fucking family thing, man. That's what I'm saying. If that's where his dad is at in Miami, where he's been chilling at, even better. Just spend time with your dad, with your brothers, your sisters. Fuck it, bro. I know that sometimes we're put in predicaments to be role models for others for what to learn from. And there's wisdom to always be gained from this. And at the end of the day, Tory, like, I can't be mad at you even though I know you know better. I think that's what gets me irked, because you know better. But at the end of the day, bro, you gotta realize that, you know, while it's okay to fuck up, you gotta also be aware of situations where it's preventable. Like, this was preventable. It can be. Anyone that tells me otherwise, you really don't have an idea of who he is and where he's come from. Alright? And I can tell you this, I've never met the dude in my life, but he's put so much of himself in his music that when you go listen to him, it basically feels like as if you grew up with him. That's just Tory being the amazing illustrious artist that he is, you know what I mean? So, like, I'm not taking any credit saying that I grew up with Tory. No, I don't know the dude. So let me make that crystal clear. I don't know the dude, and he damn for sure doesn't know me. But sometimes you don't need to know someone or even meet them when you could hear something and connect with them. Just like how I know my subscribers, they connect with me too, and some people that comment on my videos and all that. So it is what it is. I think at the end of the day, man, fuck it. We're all getting into somebody's business that we shouldn't be getting into in the first place, and we should just shut the fuck up. My whole purpose of really talking about Tory was just to correct the delusional bandwagon fans that was rocking with him because obviously he was following trends, and pretty much put him in a place telling him that the music that they fuck with from him isn't because they fuck with him, they don't fuck with him, it's because they fuck with the type of music he's making. If he was making the swavy music, I don't think he'd be fucking with what he was doing on Lost Cause and all that. You know what I mean? Prove me wrong. So obviously you're gonna also have your blind loyal fans that no matter what music he makes, they're gonna fuck with him. But that's the thing though, like, he made swavy. Y'all think I want him to make music for what I like? No. I already loved his music for what it was, and that's what I'm saying. Like, he needs to love it too, because he's lost all flair and all flames for the swavy brand, man. That was something he created, his creation. All right, I'm saying for him, he needs to get back into his own creation again and continue to build off that, instead of trying to go and hop on other tools that other artists have used. Like, use the ones that God provided you in the first place, the vision that you had, all that. That's all I preach. All right, I'm not trying to make this too long. I just had to get this out of my chest because, man, I've had a long ass 2 weeks, man. Long ass 2 weeks, and I know Tory's been having a hard month having to deal with this, but like I said, you could have the whole world against you. If you just have the few people that love you, you can get far. That's how I've always been in my life. I've faced nothing but, numbers against me. I've been an underdog my whole life. Always been the black sheep. People didn't fuck with me. It's cool what it is. So, to me, I see that same quality in Tory. And because of that, I see that relatableness. And not everyone's gonna understand that mentality. It's cool. You know what I mean? So understand, when I look at things, I look at things musically, but also when it comes to real life, I'm gonna keep it a G with you. Whether you respect it or not, that's on you. But I'm still gonna speak my mind. I know a lot of people ain't gonna watch it this far. It is what it is. But for those who did, like account, I know you always be talking, and hey, I appreciate it. So, but just remember this: if you got something going right in your life, as brilliantly said by Tiller right there, man. Just keep doing what you gotta do, and you'll be alright, man. But yeah, y'all keep your head up. Just know that Tory's gonna bounce back from this. He'll be fine. I can definitely see the future being clear for him. You know what I mean? So I think once November 18th comes by, things will pile up, and eventually the truth will come out. Because I had a vision with these two. I believe Tory and Meg will talk to each other and actually make things right. So just have faith in both of them, man. That's it. to me, I think they're both gonna be one day in life, bro. They're gonna be both huge figures. It's funny, like you guys talk about how Meg's something right now, like she ain't shit compared to what she will be 10 years down the road. Like this girl's gonna be on something else, man. I could see the potential in her, man. I'm like, what she's doing now, she's probably gonna look back on it and be like, why the fuck did I do this? But that ain't no roasting. It's just, I'm just saying, like, I see so much for both of them, both her and Tori. They're gonna do something great in this world, you know. So within due time, I think both of them are gonna look back on this and be like, you know, it is what it is. Lessons been learned, and you know, I think they'll grow. You know, and I think for Tori, he's gonna have to realize that taking a step backwards, taking one step backwards, it's gonna propel him going 100 steps forward. I'm just telling y'all right now. As soon as he reverts back to his old self, goes back into making his wavy sounds once more, all right, he's gonna be on top of the world, considered the biggest artist in the game. Not just the biggest, but also I think potentially the greatest as well. And Meg, I think she'll be an influential artist to me, like how Queen Latifah and Missy Elliott came up and stepped up in the game of hip hop. There's more to, you know, to life than just talking about, you know, what you got on your body. And I think once Meg realizes that and she sees what she has inside of her besides, you know what I mean, physically, she's gonna notice that she's worth more than that. And she's not gonna let that bullshit hold her back from doing what she gotta do in this world, you know what I mean? So, that's it. It's your boy Drew Blue signing out. I think I wanna just like put this down and bury the hatchet once and for all, because fuck it, you know what I mean. I'd rather just get back to listening to music, speak what I think I like, some things I don't like, and just move on. You know what I mean? Music is music, and I want to get back to that. So this real life stuff, even I regret it. I regret some of the videos I made. I wish I could have just kept it 1 or 2 videos. Like the last few videos I've mentioned about this, I went in a direction that I felt like was right. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like I said, we live and grow. Live, learn, and grow. It's your boy Drew Blue signing out. We're gonna do some music reaction later on today. So as soon as you see this video uploaded, I'm gonna go ahead and react to that. React to Summer Walker. Check out her 2 albums, and then after that, I don't know, I'll choose a new artist to do a vibe out sesh too. And Young Trip's got a new project out that I gotta check out as well. So, alright, I'll see you on the flip side. Deuces. Stay safe and stay blessed, y'all.